Let's get a review going. The Life of Chuck. This movie, it is directed by Mike Flanagan. He has directed something of a little movie called Dr. Sleep, as well as other thriller and horror movies like Hush, as well as Oculus. So he is a director that likes to just have this intensity of thriller and just edge of your seat movies. This, however, is an adaptation of Stephen King's The Life of Chuck, which I believe is the same novel name of this movie, which Mike Flanagan is not new to the adaptations of Stephen King, considering that he also did Dr. Sleep, which was also a Stephen King novel as well. That being said, this movie, it's not considered a horror or a thriller. It's a fantasy, drama, sci-fi film. The Life of Chuck, it is about a life-affirming, genre-blending story about 3 chapters in the life of an ordinary man named Charles Krantz. So just like what the plot says, there is 3 chapters in this, but how it goes, it's not like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It starts with chapter 3, so it starts with the end of the life of Charles to the beginning of it, of his childhood. And of course, obviously, Charles is played by none other than Loki hunk of himself, Tom Hiddleston. Other than that, it also has other A-list stars in this film. For example, it has Mark Hillman. It also has Karen Gilligan, which she also starred in another film of Mike Flanagan, which is Oculus. And then also Chinwita, I'm not too sure how to pronounce that name. And as well as Matthew Lear. They all have parts in this film of just Charles's life. What I loved about this film is the performances of all these actors, especially Tom Hiddleston. He does such an amazing job just portraying this ordinary man that does have a sickness that he has to kind of just overcome, and just it's part of life. The theme of this whole movie is we have to just cherish every moment in our lives to the best of it, because we don't know what's gonna happen in, let's say, 5 years from now, or even what tomorrow holds for us. So we always have to just embrace the positivity and just the happiness of what we have in our life, because we don't know if we're going to even make it by tomorrow, which I understand that it's a really touchy, sensitive topic. The only thing I have to say is that Mike Flanagan, he usually does thrillers, he usually does horror movies. And so this thing is kind of new to him. He kind of wanted to just be kind of risky for himself. He just try something new when it comes to the genre of sci-fi, drama, fantasy, stuff like that. Which, I give props to him. I give the props to directors that want to try something new. And he does an amazing job, He does an absolutely amazing job. It's like Ryan Coogler, who wanted to do something different for himself, because obviously he did Creed and Wakanda, but he wanted to do Sinners, and that came out amazing. He did an amazing job with that movie. Same thing with this one. Mike Flanagan wanted to try something new, and some stuff worked in the sci-fi, fantasy, but other things kind of dragged as well, which honestly it was kind of boring at parts, honestly. With that being said, of course, let's do this. The Life of Chuck. Do I recommend it? Honestly, I do recommend it to people. Some people aren't going to like this film because, some people don't like the fantasy, sci-fi. And for others, it's gonna be boring. And, I gotta say, yes, it does drag at some parts, which I understand that people don't want to see that. But if you just want to embrace what the concept and the theme of life is, then I suggest seeing this movie. Score-wise, I would have to give it, honestly, 8 out of 10. I had a good time. I felt emotional seeing this. The cinematography was amazing. The visual effects were so amazing. The performances from everybody in this movie was spot on and just phenomenal. So yeah, it was a good movie overall. With that being said, did you guys like The Life of Chuck? If people saw it, obviously. What is your favorite Mike Flanagan movie? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. But as always, I have been Pauly. This has been CinePauly Reviews. That is all, guys.